When I say decadent, you probably picture something luxurious, something that's beyond your financial reach. But Amanda Grossman believes in frugal decadence. We'll talk to her about how to add some decadence to your frugal lifestyle in the Dollar Stretcher interview. Amanda Grossman is an author, educator, and blogger. She and her husband have paid off nearly $60,000 in student loans and still found money to travel the world. She shares much of her experience at frugalconfessions.com. Amanda, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
And then our motto here at the Dollar Stretcher has always been living better for less, and I suspect that's not too dissimilar from your frugal decadence. Can you just give us a good definition of it, please?
Yes, we're down the same vein, Gary. Basically, frugal decadence is having the things and the life and the experiences that you want, but never paying full price for them. Because when you don't pay full price for them, you can then save for the future and especially for your retirement.
And now I know on your website I noticed the phrase "finding money in your paycheck." Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, so I think it's really important that before somebody goes out and finds a new job or a second job or a seasonal job and leaves their family and goes through that whole process, they should really start with their own paycheck and see if they can't find some money that they just didn't know was there. This can be in the form of some logistical finding of money. Let's say you get a tax return every year and it's several $1,000s, you can actually go to your HR department and have them reallocate the taxes that they send in so that you now have that money coming into your paycheck every month and you will no longer get that tax return. Or it could also be in a way of the way that you're spending your money. So perhaps you're spending, you know, I spoke with a woman who has a family of 4 and they're spending $800 at the grocery store every month. And so there's certainly a way that she can find more money in that area.
Yeah, I know. I did an article a number of years back where I said if you were careful with your spending, it was like you could could give yourself a raise without having to ask your boss for one.
That is the perfect way to describe it. I mean, once you find these little pockets of money, it's just you've essentially given yourself a raise and you don't have to re-earn that money to get it.
Yeah, not only that, you don't have to pay taxes on it either.
Exactly, yes. My father, actually, he's a Amish taxi driver, and that's one of the Amish people's favorite sayings is that, you know, you don't want to go out and earn more money because then you have to pay taxes on it. You just want to save more money because you just paid yourself without any taxes.
Good point. And now I know something I enjoyed, you know, when I was looking at your site and all, was your money pops. So tell us a little bit about those. Yeah,
so I came up. Well, personally, I love cake pops. That's like my thing. So I discovered those a few years ago, and I just thought, you know what? These are just like little decadent pieces of cake, and so you don't feel bad about eating them, and it's like you have such a nice experience and then you move on with your day. So I thought about creating a little series called Money Pops, and basically it's just one tip of frugal decadence, you know, each money pop. And I find that if you just give these little nuggets of frugal decadence, people start incorporating them easily then into their lives, and then they start getting the idea that, hey, this idea about frugal decadence or about, you know, still getting the things and experiences that I want and just paying far less for them is actually completely doable. Then they start to believe me.
Now, are there any recent ones that stick in your mind that you'd like to share?
Yeah, some recent ones that I have found that I'm always on the lookout for new ways to save money or get the things that I want without, you know, hardly paying anything for them is, let's say you have a cell phone plan that's really expensive, and we actually just came off of an expensive one maybe 6 months ago with a carrier. And what you can do is you can go for some of these lower cost cell phone plans that have like unlimited texting and unlimited data, but don't necessarily have that unlimited talk. And the way that you can get unlimited talk is by signing up for a Google Voice account, which is totally free. So what happens is you download an app on your phone, and I'm not certain if it works without a smartphone or not. You'd have to look into that. But you sign up for a Google Voice account, and then you get issued a new phone number. So you have 2 phone numbers, and when you want to use your minutes, you use the one phone number. It's just a simple button click after you put in your new phone number to dial. And when you want to not use your minutes and use the unlimited minutes, then you just simply use your Google Voice.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Now, another thing I noticed on your Facebook page was a deal about airlines, because I know this time of year a lot of people are booking summer travel. And that can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, there's actually there's a few recent tips that I've given about airline travel because my husband and I love to travel. We're traveling companions. That's our thing. And of course, you might think, oh, that doesn't really go with the frugal side, but that's where the decadent side comes in, and we get we prioritize for it, and we find these tips that work. So one of them is, if you book a ticket and you find that the price has dropped after you've booked it, several big airline carriers will actually give you a refund of the price difference. And of course, I mean, who wants to sit around and look at the website after you buy a ticket to see if the price has actually gone down over the next 2 months before you fly or whatnot? So there's actually this free service called, I believe it's yapta.com, yapta.com, where you just put in your information and your flight, and it gives you, it notifies you if the flight price goes down, so that you can then notify the airline and get some money back.
That's pretty cool. Now is it hard to notify the airline, or is it pretty much just a phone call or online?
Yeah, I actually have never done it. I mean, typically when my husband and I travel, at least stateside, we try to get free tickets. So we don't actually pay for too many of our tickets. And the way that we do that is we do one of my favorite Frugal Decadence tips. As long as you're a disciplined consumer, you can do this. We leverage our credit score. So we have a great credit score, and we sign up periodically for credit cards that have those bonus sign-on offers for 2 free airline tickets to buy Southwest, or a free airline ticket for American Airlines. Or if you see those, if you have a good credit score and you pay like an annual fee of, some are $69, some are $99, but you're getting 2 free airfares or 1 free airfare, or whatever the deal is that's going on. So generally, it's completely worth it.
Good. Now I have to ask you, what's your ultimate frugal decadence?
My ultimate frugal decadence. I thrive on getting things that people wouldn't normally think they could for extremely cheaply. That's what I'm passionate about. That's what gets me excited. I think an example that I can give of like the ultimate frugal decadence, where I was practically dancing around our home, was we had these plantation shutters, these custom plantation shutters installed into our bedroom window, and out of pocket we only ended up paying a ridiculous $19. And that was made up of a bunch of different deals put together. Lowe's was running a promotion where if you spent a certain amount, which because we were renovating our bathroom was like a no-brainer for us, then you got a $100 gift card there to spend at Lowe's. We had one of those 10% off coupons, which, by the way, I don't know if you know this, but if you find a home improvement store percentage off coupon, their competitors will generally accept that. Like Lowe's will take a Home Depot gift card, or not gift card, coupon. Home Depot will take a Lowe's coupon, and you can actually do it on some local area home improvement stores as well. And we had some gift cards from reward points from our credit cards that we use, where we charge things on there and then pay it off before that interest rate kicks in, so that we can get the most bang for our buck, I guess you would say. And so we just put everything together, and here we had these gorgeous custom-made plantation shutters that were installed for $19.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And, well, Amanda, we appreciate you sharing some of your ideas. Want to encourage our viewers to visit frugalconfessions.com. Naturally, want you to visit thedollarstretcher.com and find both of us on social media, and subscribe to the Dollar Stretcher YouTube channel. We'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much, Gary.